Hey guys, welcome to Captain Energy Music. I'm Captain Energy. Today we're going to get right back at it, and we're going to make what I think is one of the cooler, harder sounds to generate for the 808 drum kit or any drum kit is the 808 cowbell. It's a very specific sound, and it's kind of a hard sound to generate, but I found a way to make it work, and I'm going to show you what I discovered. We're going to start, as we have so many times already, with a brand new subtractor. So I'm going to grab a subtractor from right here, and I'm just going to drag and drop it right here. There's our subtractor. What we want to do first, as with every other patch we've made, is we want to reset the subtractor so that it's fresh, kind of out of the box, and gets us to a place where making changes is more effective, and you don't have to change every single little thing from one sound to get back to a basic sound. So here we are. There it is, the basic sound that the subtractor makes. So I was researching this sound because it was not an easy sound to create. And a lot of synthesizers will tell you to use 2 square waves, and that's the basis of this sound. I discovered in Subtractor that the 2 square waves did not really give me the sound I was looking for. But what did give me the sound I was looking for was 1 square wave and 1 sawtooth. So that's what we're going to use in this demonstration. All right, so we're going to start with oscillator 1. Let's go right up there. And let's see. We want to have the mode to 0, which it already is. We want to change the first oscillator to which is up 1 from the sawtooth. We want the oscillator to 5, semitones to 4. And now when you're making these sounds, one thing you want to do to give them width is to go to your cents and have them opposing. So one oscillator will be at 8 and the opposing oscillator will be at -8. Having the 2 sounds kind of tuned against each other gives a little more depth to your sound. It sounds nice. Next, we want to enable the second oscillator. So let's turn that on. Second oscillator, we want the mode to be in the middle here. We do want the sawtooth. It's already sawtooth. We want this oscillator, or sorry, the octave to 4. This right here, semi, we want up to 9. And as I just mentioned, we want to make this -8 so that it opposes the other sound. Now, if we give this sound a play quickly, it kind of has that like, not exactly, but sort of like the Vengaboys sound. It has that kind of like sounds going against each other, opposing each other. One thing we want to do to make sure the mix is right is go right here to the oscillator mix, and we want to change this, lower it to 38 about. The reason for that is because we want a little more of oscillator 1, a little less of oscillator 2. Maybe you can't hear much of a difference there, but it is definitely a difference. We aren't going to need, for this sound, we are not going to need the FM. We don't need LFO1. We don't need LFO2. There's 1 and 2 right there. We don't need modulation envelope, which is right here. We don't need to change the level for this sound. That's already fine where it's at. What we want to do next, really, is just start to shape this a little bit. So let's go over to the filter right up here in the top right area. And we're going to change the cutoff to 60. Right now it's a little higher than 60, not much. But if you want to hone in those numbers, by the way, just a reminder again, hold down Shift. And that will give you a little more control over these numbers as they change, you go up and down. It makes it a little easier to get right where you want to be. All right, there's 26, and we want to set the bypass filter to 12. All right, that right there is the filter. And now we want to go to the amp envelope, and we're going to change the sustain to 0. So let's go right over here. Amp at 0 is already correct, so we're going to change the sustain to 0. And we'll put decay to about 46, and then we'll set release to about 44. So give us a little bounce to the sound. So when you play it, let's go to the filter envelope and set the decay to 55. Right now, it's at 40, so we want to go up a little bit. Take this down. I just kind of slid past it real fast. Take it down to 55, and we're going to put the release up to 68, because right now the release is a little low. There we go. There's 68. Let's give us a listen. Now, a couple little tweaks we still need to make are in the velocity sensitivity right here. We don't really want this filter envelope to be velocity sensitive, so we're going to turn that to 0. We do want the amp to be a little velocity sensitive, so that when you play a little harder, you get a more bell sound. And you want your phase turned up just a little bit so that it is affected by the velocity. This will give you a little more variance. And that is pretty much it. Now, one thing we forgot to do was adjust the filter amount. The filter amount in the sound that I already built is about 32. So let's go to 32. I was just thinking this seems to have it's just a little flat sounding. Now, the cool part about this is that we have essentially 2 instruments here. One, right now, we've kind of got a cowbell synth. All the sounds are pitch controlled, so you can play them on a keyboard or play an actual little melody with them type thing. But if you want them to be true to the cowbell on the 808 and just be a sound that's triggered, if you go up to the oscillators and trigger or turn off this key track button, now whatever key you hit on that instrument is the same sound. Now, I would probably recommend saving this in 2 files. One file, I would probably save this one right now with no pitch changes and call it 808 drum. Or 808 cowbell drum, and then the other one maybe 808 cowbell synth. So you'd have you get the benefit of both sounds. Why not? I mean, it's right there, you know. So I'm just going to go over here, hit save. Right now, this is the drum sound because it's got no pitch. So Captain Energy, cowbell, drum. There we go. And then I just go up here and re-enable the pitch and hit save again. And now we save that as the Captain Energy cowbell synth. And bam, you just got a twofer. 2 sounds, 1 build. And that's pretty much all there is to this tutorial. I hope you found that helpful. And we're getting closer. We're very close now to actually finishing this project. I've got a couple more drum types to show you. And then we're going to build the actual 808 drum kit. So hang in there. We're almost done. Have some fun, make some music, use these sounds, and let me know what you thought of them. If you like this tutorial, don't forget to like and subscribe to the video. If you want to know when the next video is about to drop or drops, click the alerts button so you'll get an alert and be able to tune right in and see what's going on. Also, please leave me comments down below so I know what you're looking for, what you're liking, what you're not liking, or what you want to see in upcoming videos. I look forward to seeing you guys in the next one. Have a great day.